Okay, good morning, class. Good morning. Eduardo,
Good
Lady,
morning, teacher.
Good
morning,
morning,
good
teacher.
morning. Karen, Jennifer, Lisette, hello. Cindy, Gabriela, Laura, Lina, good morning, Jose.
Hello,
Good
teacher.
morning. Hello. Okay, students, we are going to start our English class.
Hello, teacher.
But hello, Jose. But you need to accept the recording of this session. So, good morning, lady. Please write in the chat that you accept the recording. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Karen. Don't forget. Okay, yes. Thank you, Jose. Perfect. Lady. Okay. Yes. Very good. Jennifer, okay. Okay, Eduardo. Lady. Perfect. Okay, students. So we are going to start our English class. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you. So for today, we have the week 8, unit 2.3. In this unit, we are going to talk about traveling, right? This is the agenda for today. First, we have our motivation activity. As always, in this motivation activity, we are going to continue talking about modals, have to, okay, must, and need to. Number 2, the unit 2.3, traveling, models of obligation, and number 3, the explanation about the next class. Remember that next class we have our oral presentation about the story of our friendship. In this point, I'm going to explain this part in Spanish in order that you understand the general idea. Okay, so don't worry. Well, let's start with our class. First, we have the motivation activity and the game. In this motivation activity, we have models of obligation. Okay, so for today, we are going to talk about 3 models of obligation. Number 1, have to. Number 2, must. And number 3, need to. Perfect. So, have to. This is the model number 1. Have to. Eduardo, could you give me a favor? Read the information. Turn your microphone on and read the information, Eduardo. Thank you.
Good morning, teacher.
Good
Yes.
morning, Eduardo. Thank you.
Have to. Remember this thing about have to. Use the infinitive after have to. We have to wear long trousers. The negative means there is no obligation. We don't have to play to enter. It's not necessary. There is a third person from he has to work on Saturdays. You can refer to the past or the future be changing the verb tense. Yesterday we have to talk. The car didn't start. The past tomorrow we will have to walk. The car isn't working. The future.
Okay, perfect, Eduardo. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. So we have to. Have to. Have to in Spanish is like a tener que. Okay, is an obligation. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 steps. Number 1, remember these things about have to. Number 1, use the infinitive after have to. use the infinitive after have to. So here we have the explanation. Okay, have to. Okay. In Spanish, it's like a tener que, and we have I have to plus, okay, and here we have, that's what? The infinitive, okay, plus infinitive verb. Okay, example. I have to study English. Okay, I have to study English. It's like a, yo tengo que estudiar inglés. Tengo que. I have to. Okay, so after have to, you are going to put the verb in infinitive form or base form. Okay,
Okay.
no s, no, 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 no past, no, 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 just infinitive. Is clear that? Is clear that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Please turn your microphone on, Raul. Hello, hello. Okay, good. This is number one. Okay, number one. Number two. We have number two. The negative means there is not obligation, so we don't have to pay to enter. Here we have the explanation. Number two. Okay, have to. Negative. Negative. Okay. I don't have to. Okay. The expression don't have to is used with I, you, they, and we. Don't have to. So you say, I don't have to. Yes. You don't have to. Here. Much better. I don't have to. You don't have to. They don't have to. And we don't have to. It's like in Spanish, yo no tengo que. Tú no tienes que, ellos, perdón, no tienen que, nosotros no tenemos que. ¿Ok? He, she, and it with doesn't have to. ¿Ok? Doesn't have to. For example, he doesn't have to. It's like él no tiene que. She doesn't have to. Ella no tiene que. It doesn't have to. Eso no tiene que. Example. I don't have to work. I don't have to work. Okay, it's like yo no tengo que trabajar, ¿no? I don't have to work. It's just one example. Es solo un ejemplo, ¿no? I don't have to work. Or maybe he doesn't have to walk. He doesn't have to walk. That's in Spanish means él no tiene que caminar. Okay? Don't forget, negative. Number three. There is a third person form. Okay? The expression has to. Okay? In affirmative. Number three. So here we have number three, have to and has to. Have to is used with in affirmative, right? I'm gonna write here. Affirmative. In affirmative. I, you, they, and we with have to is okay. No problem. But here, he, she, or it with has to. So we have what the answer is. I have to, you have to, they have to, and we have to. He has to, she has to, and it has to. Okay? Just affirmative. Affirmative, okay? No more. Example. He has to eat, okay, a cake. He has to eat a cake. It's like él tiene que comer un pastel. He has to eat a cake. Example number 2. Teacher, I have to work. It's like yo tengo que trabajar. Good. Number 4. You can refer to the past or the future by changing the verb tense. For example, yesterday we had to walk. The car didn't start in the past. Okay? Or tomorrow we will have to walk. The car is not working. Future. Okay, here we have had to. Okay, in past. Had to. So had to, it's like in Spanish, tuvo que. Okay, tuvo que in past. Okay, tuvo que. Here we have had to and had to. Okay, had to is used with all personal pronouns. For example, I had to, you had to, they had to, we had to, he had to, she had to, it had to. It's like yo tuve que, tú tuviste que, ellos tuvieron que, nosotros tuvimos que. He had to, él tuvo que, she had to, ella tuvo que, it had to, eso tuvo que. Example, number 1, we had to write, okay, a paper. We had to write. Nosotros tuvimos que escribir. Had to write, okay? Or maybe he had to paint. He had to paint a car. It's like él tuvo que pintar un carro. In past. What about future? What about future? What about future? In future, we have will have to. Okay, will have to. It's like tendré que. Okay, tendré que. Will have to is used with all personal pronouns. Okay, with all personal pronouns. For example, I will have to, you will have to, they will have to, and we will have to. It's like a yo tendré que, tú tendrás que, ellos tendrán que, nosotros tendremos que. He will have to, él tendrá que, she will have to, ella tendrá que, it will have to, eso tendrá que. Example. I will have to read it. I will have to read it. It's like a yo tendré que leer eso. Or maybe she will have, okay, she will have to clean. Ella tendrá que limpiar. Okay. Questions? Questions?
No, sir.
No?
No, teacher.
Is clear?
No, teacher.
Is clear? Is clear? Okay. So don't forget, have to in Spanish, tener que. Had to in past, tuvo que. Will have to in future, tendré que. Okay. Third person in affirmative, he, she, it has to. Okay. Negative, don't have to or doesn't have to. Good. So let's continue. Here we have, sorry. Let's talk. Things that you have to do. Things that you have to do. Example. This is my example. I have to read a book. What about you? If you want to talk, okay, if you want to talk, raise your virtual hand, okay? If you want to talk, raise your virtual hand. Things that you have to do. I have to read a book. I have to clean my house, okay? I have to teach English. I have to speak in English. I have to work. I have to wash my car. Yeah. But what about you? What about you? ¿Qué hay de ustedes? ¿Qué hay de ustedes? If you want to talk, don't forget, raise your virtual hand. Si quieren hablar, levanten su manito virtual. Okay. Let's start. Here we have. Okay, here we have. Lina, perfect. Okay, continue. Raise your virtual hand. Raise your virtual hand. I have to. Okay, Eduardo, yes, very good. Next. Come on. Raise your virtual hand. Lady, Carolina, Nashby, Melissa, Raúl, José, Luisa, Fernanda. Okay, let's start with Lina. Lina, hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hey, Lina, things that you have to do.
I have to wash my clothes.
Okay, perfect. Teacher, I have to wash my clothes. Yes. When? Today, Lina?
Tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow. Oh, no problem. Okay, thank you, Lina. What about you, Eduardo? Things that
No,
you have to do.
teacher, I have to clean my car.
Yeah, me too. I have to, well, I have to wash my car. You say, yeah, teacher, I have to clean my car. Yes. When? Today or tomorrow?
Today.
Today,
Is
yeah. Me
thinking?
too. It's necessary.
It's necessary.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, thank you, Eduardo. Next. Nobody else? I have to. Carolina, Nashby, Karen, Jose. No. Okay. Well, don't worry. Or if you want to talk, turn your microphone on. O si quieren hablar, prendan su micrófono. Perfect. So don't forget, I have to, it's like a yo tengo que, okay? Tengo que. Okay, here we have two activities. The first activity, we are gonna give the answer in this moment, and the second activity is like a quiz, okay? Wait a minute. Here we have to models. It's very, very easy. Have to model exercise. Have to or has to. It's very, very easy. So don't forget, if you want to talk, turn your microphone on. No se les olvide prender el micrófono para hablar. Number one, very easy. I have to or I has to. What do you think?
I have to.
Have to.
Have to. Perfect. You
Have to.
has to or you have to?
You have to.
I have to. I have to.
Yes, you have to. Yes, Jose. I have to, you have to. Number one, I have to wash the car. And number two, you have to go to school. What about number three?
My mom has to.
Yes. My mom has to cook lunch. Remember, lunch es almuerzo, ¿no? No lonchera. No traduce lonchera. Almuerzo. Okay. Next. Has to or have to?
Have to.
Has to.
Yes.
We have to
have
walk.
to walk the dog. Okay, Jose, very good. We have to walk the dog. Yeah. Next. Negative. You don't have to study or you haven't to study. What do you think? You don't have to study or you haven't to study?
You don't have to.
Yes, very good. Don't have to. Remember here this explanation. Okay. Number two. The negative means there is no obligation. We don't have. Remember, don't have is used with I don't have, you don't have, they don't have, and we don't have. And he doesn't have to. She doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. Okay? Let's continue. Okay. Very easy. Next. He hasn't to help me or he doesn't have to help me.
Doesn't.
He doesn't.
Yes, very good. He doesn't have to help me. Okay, next. They haven't to come or they don't have to come. What do you think? They haven't is okay or they don't have to?
They have to come.
Don't have.
Yes, the answer is don't have to. They don't have to come, okay? It's a question. Check. Question, it's a question, and it's a question. What about this one? Have you to call now or do you have to call now? What do you think?
Do you have to?
Yes, very good.
No.
The answer is, do you have to call now? Okay, it's like a tienes que llamar ahora. Ese es el auxiliar, no, do. What about this one? Has he to or does he have to?
Does he have to?
Yes, very good. And to finish, have they to or do they have to? What do you think?
Do they have to?
Yes, very good. Do they have to? Good, very good. Very easy. So if you want to practice pronunciation, don't forget that you have to raise your virtual hand. Si quieren practicar pronunciación de estas frases, levanten su manito virtual and I'm going to correct your pronunciation. Okay? Say me, teacher. If you want to practice pronunciation, raise your virtual hand. Who say me, teacher? Raúl, Carolina, Tatiana, Eduardo, Luisa, Cindy, Gabriel, Alejandro, Jose. If you want to practice pronunciation, okay, perfect. Let's start. Okay.
I have to wash the car.
Yes, continue.
You have to go to school.
Perfect.
My mom has to cook lunch. We have to walk the dog. You don't have to study. He doesn't have to help me. They don't have to come. Do you have called no? Does he have to run? Do they have to dance?
Very good. Good pronunciation, Julio. Good pronunciation. Very good.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, you're welcome. Good. Eduardo.
Yes, teacher.
Let's start.
I have to wash the car.
This is our example.
Sorry. I don't understand.
I told you this is our example in this moment. I have to wash the car. You say, teacher, I have to clean my car.
Okay.
Our example. Okay, continue.
I have to go to school?
No, you.
You have to go to school?
Yeah, continue.
My mom has to cook lunch?
Yes.
We have to walk the dog? You don't have to study?
Yes.
He doesn't have to help me?
Okay.
They don't have to come? Do you have to call now? Does he have to run? Do they have to dance?
Perfect. Good pronunciation. Thank you, Eduardo. Okay. Raúl. Hello, Raúl.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, let's start, Raúl.
Okay. I have to wash the car.
Yeah.
Do you have to go to school?
Okay, remember, you have to go to school.
You have to go to school?
Yeah, continue.
My mom has to cook lunch.
Okay, remember, lunch.
Lunch.
Yeah, continue.
We have to walk the dog.
Okay, remember, repeat, walk.
Walk.
Yeah, okay, continue.
You don't have to study.
Yes, continue.
We doesn't have to help me.
He doesn't.
He doesn't have to help me.
Yes, Raul. Okay, continue.
They don't have to come.
Yes, continue.
Do you have to call now?
Yes, continue.
Next. Does he have to run?
Okay, remember to run.
To run.
Okay, continue.
Do they have to dance?
Yes, very good, Raul. Thank you.
Okay, vale.
Okay, nobody else? Nobody else? Nadie más? That's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, perfect. Good. Let's continue. Exercise number 2. So check the chat, please. Check the chat. Okay, check the chat. In this exercise, we have, okay, have to or has to exercise. Putting have to or has to into the gaps. So what's the idea? You are going to write have to or has to. For example, they have to write, okay? Check the example and the answer. So you are gonna write, okay? Or putting have to or has to into the gaps. Check the chat, please. Check the chat. Can you open it? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Check the chat.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Good. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Eduardo, Julio. Okay. So, what's the idea? You are going to complete this exercise, and check the answers, okay? Check the answers. For example, okay? Is clear that? Questions?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay, perfect. Good. So we have 5 minutes, okay? We have 5 minutes. Tenemos 5 minutos. We have 5 minutes. Let's start. Okay, did you finish? Raul, okay, very good, Raul. Did you finish?
Thanks. Okay.
Okay. So let's start. Well, number one, they have to write a test, so no problem. What about number two? What about number two?
Have to.
She has to clean her decks. What about number three?
Has to.
Has to, yes?
Yes.
Has to is
Have to.
have to.
Yes.
Yeah, have to. Okay, have to. Karen and Liz, so ellas, no? They have to. Andy, has to or have to?
Has to.
Has to, okay. We has to or we have to?
Have to. You have to.
Have to. He has to or he have to?
He has to.
He has to. Okay, I have to or I has to?
I have to.
Yes. You have to or you has to?
Have to.
Okay. Victoria has to or Victoria have to?
Has to.
Yes, has to. And the teacher, very easy, has to. Okay. Difficult, easy,
So.
Easy.
so.
Hmm.
So easy. Okay, don't worry. Good. Let's continue. Let's continue. Number two, must. Okay, number two, must. Must in Spanish is like a debe. Okay, debe. So, Julio, could you give me a favor? Julio, turn your microphone on.
Okay.
Okay, Julio, could you give me a favor? Read the information about the uses of must.
Okay. Uses of must. Obligation or duty. You must wear seatbelt when you drive. You must eat all of your espera. You must eat all of your vegetables. Deduction. Look at all that snow. It must be cold outside. I heard a noise upstairs. Mary must be home. Plants must have light and water to grow. You must study if you want good grades. Strong recommendation. We must get together for dinner soon. These cupcakes are yummy. You must try one. Positive assumption must have past participle. That must have been my mother calling me while I was in the meeting. No one else has
My private.
my private phone number.
Okay, Julio, thank you. Thank you very much. So, must, as I told you, must in Spanish is like a debe. Okay, debe. Plus verb. Don't forget, base form of the verb. Check the examples. Example number one. He must stop. No, it's not possible. The answer is he must stop. Entonces, no le vas a colocar S porque es tercera persona, ¿no? Number one, he must stop. Number 2, you must to go? No. You must go. It's like a tú debes ir. Number 3, she must wait? No. She must wait, okay? So don't forget. Personal pronoun, must plus infinitive verb. No se les olvide, la estructura es muy sencilla. Pronombre personal, must y el verbo en infinitivo. No en pasado, no con ese, no con tú. ¿Listo? Sencillo. Mustn't or must not. It's important that you do not do something, okay? Mustn't or must not in negative. Here we have. Well, I think that, what time is it? No, we don't have enough time. Okay, we don't have enough time. We have, read the sentences, turn your microphone on, and let's talk. What must you do and what mustn't you do for your healthy and happy life? Complete the sentences below with must or mustn't. But you are not going to read just must or mustn't, you are going to read all the sentence, right? For example, number 1, you must get lots of exercise. Or number 2, you mustn't smoke cigarettes, ¿ok? ¿Qué debes hacer y qué no debes hacer para una vida feliz y con salud? Complete las oraciones utilizando must or mustn't. So if you want to talk, turn your microphone on. Remember, you are not going to read just must or mustn't. Read all the sentence, right? What about number 3? What do you think? Turn your microphone on.
You must have some good friends.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Julio. You must have some good friends, okay? It's like debes tener algunos buenos amigos. What about number 4?
You must relax sometimes.
In Cartagena, yes?
Yes.
Okay. You must relax sometimes. Yes, very good. Okay, what about number 5?
You must not sleep all day.
Okay, okay. You mustn't or must not sleep all day. Okay, could be positive or negative. Could be, podría ser. Could be positive or negative, you know? No, negative. You mustn't. Mustn't sleep all day. Okay, students, what about number 6? What do you think, number 6? What about number 6? Eat lots of vegetables. Very easy.
You must eat lots you must eat lots of vegetables. No sé cómo decir.
Yes, repeat after me. Vegetables.
Vegetables.
Yes, very good. You must eat lots of vegetables. Okay, what about number 7? Get angry easily. Como enojarte fácilmente.
You mustn't get angry easily.
Easily. Get angry easily. Okay, very good. What about number 8? Watch too many hours of TV. Watch too many hours of TV. What do you think?
Mustn't. You mustn't watch too many hours of TV.
Very good, girl. Okay, you mustn't. It's like tú no debes, ¿no? Ver demasiadas horas de televisión. Okay, what about number night. Stay up very late at night. Permanecer muy tarde, despierto en la noche.
You mustn't stay up.
Yes. Very good. Mustn't. Next. Get enough sleep. What do you think? Number 10. It's like conseguir el suficiente sueño. O tener el suficiente sueño.
Must.
Okay. You must or mustn't?
You must.
You must
No.
get enough. Yes. Sleep. What about 11? What about 11? What do you think?
You
Read
must
some good
read.
books.
You must read some good books.
Yes, very good. Okay. What about 12? Eat lots of cheeseburgers, hamburgers, fries, French fries. What do you think? Must or mustn't?
Mustn't. You mustn't
Okay.
eat lots cheeseburgers and fries.
Okay. You mustn't eat lots of cheeseburgers and fries. Yes. What about 13? You drink lots of water.
En el cable. Ah, no, acá como yo lo tengo. No,
13.
no.
Hello,
En el
hello.
teléfono.
You
En
must
el cable.
drink lots of water.
Acomódate y yo te lo acomodo. Acomódate.
Please turn your microphone off. Thank
Con el
you.
teléfono.
Please set. Okay. Good. Let's continue. You must drink lots of water. What about 14? You forget to smile and say hello to people. Like olvidar sonreír y decir hola a las personas. Must or mustn't? What do you think?
Must. Must.
Okay. ¿Debes olvidarlo?
Mustn't.
Okay. You mustn't continue. You mustn't what?
You mustn't forget to smile and say.
And say hello to people. Okay. And the last one, 15. You what? Always think about problems.
To people.
Yes, okay, very good. To people. What about 15, the last one? You always think about problems.
You mustn't.
Very good. You mustn't always think about problems. Yes. It's like tú no debes siempre pensar en problemas. So, what about you? What about you? Tell me some examples. Okay. Wait a minute. What about you? Tell me some examples using must or mustn't. Write examples in our chat. Teacher, I must or I mustn't. Okay, I want to read your examples. Okay, I want to read your examples. So I think that 2 examples are okay. So write examples in our chat. Must or mustn't in negative, okay? As quickly as possible. Just 2 examples, no more. In your real context, okay? As quickly as possible, please. I'm going to read, okay? Quickly, quickly. Write your own examples in our chat. Okay. Jose. Continue. Write 2 examples in our chat. Okay. Write examples. Okay. I must or I mustn't. Hello. Okay. Write 2 examples in our chat using must or mustn't. Quickly. Okay, Cindy. Good example. Don't forget rest. Okay, rest. Rest. Okay, continue. Let's continue. Write examples in our chat. Okay. Julio. Okay. Yes, because next class you have to present your oral project. Okay. Karen. Yes, okay. Okay, Jose. You must cook every weekend. Okay, perfect. Karen. Okay. Darío. Okay, Darío. Very good. Good example. Okay. Nobody else? Nobody else? Okay, Luisa. Yes. I must call my mother. Okay, good. Very good. Okay. Nobody else? One, two, and okay. Okay, Raúl. Yes, me too. Me too, Raúl. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's continue, students. Let's continue. Questions about must or mustn't? Questions? No questions?
No, no
Okay.
question.
Okay, perfect. Good. And number three, we have need to plus verb, okay? Describing what I need to do. This is the example number one. I need to take my swimsuit to the beach. Example number two, my car is out of gas, so I need to go to the filling station. Number three, I have no cash, so I need to call at the bank. Number four, my hair is too long, so I need to go to the barber. Number five, my house looks old and dirty, so I need to paint it. And the last one, my clothes are smelly, so I need to wash them. Remember, need to is like a necesito, okay, necesito. Let's check example number two. My car is out of the gas, so I need to go to the filling station. It's like mi carro está sin gasolina, así que necesito llevarlo a la estación de gasolina, ¿no? The example number two, I have no cash, so I need to call at the bank. No tengo, ¿cierto? Efectivo, así que necesito llamar al banco. My hair is too long, so I need to go to the barber. Okay, mi cabello está demasiado largo, así que necesito ir al barbero. My house looks old and dirty, so I need to paint it. Mi casa luce vieja y sucia, así que necesito pintarla. And my clothes are smelly, so I need to wash them. Mi ropa está olorosa, así que necesito lavarla. It's very, very easy. So don't forget, here we have the pronouns, present tense, and past tense. The pronoun I, plus need to. It's like a yo necesito, I need to. Okay, in past tense, needed to. He, she, it needs to. He, she, it needs to. In past tense, needed to. You, we, and they need to or needed to in past. Okay, don't forget. He, she, it needs to. Don't forget, I'm going to say this part in Spanish. No olviden, en este caso, necesito para terceras personas, él necesita, ella necesita, eso necesita. En afirmativo, in affirmative, we have needs. Aquí sí deben colocarle la S al verbo. ¿Listo? Para que lo tengan presente. Needs to. Here we have positive, negative, and interrogative. Okay? Positive, negative, and interrogative. I need to stop. I don't need to stop. Do I need to stop? You need to stop. You don't need to stop. Do you need to stop? He, she, it needs to stop. He, she, it doesn't need to stop. Does he, she, it need to stop? We need to stop. We don't need to stop. Do we need to stop? You need to stop. You don't need to stop. Do you need to stop? And they need to stop. They don't need to stop. And do they need to stop? It's like a, yo necesito detenerme o parar. No necesito detenerme o parar. Okay, necesito detenerme o parar. Questions? Questions about need to? Questions?
Yes, no, sir.
Yes, tell me, what's your question? Okay. Needing and don't need to. Instead of needing, you can use don't or doesn't need to. So you can say, we needn't hurry or we don't need to hurry. Needing and don't need are similar to don't have to. We don't have to hurry. So this is the exercise. Okay, this is the exercise. This is the example number 2. Look and write. So the options are need to, needs to, don't need to, or doesn't need to. Okay? Need to, needs to, don't need to, doesn't need to. You are going to complete the sentences and you are going to write the answers in our chat because I'm going to check the evidences, right? Number 3, what do you need to do now? Write sentences using need or don't need to. I'm going to explain this part in Spanish. Explico esta parte en español. Vamos a mirar las imágenes. No necesariamente tienen que ver las imágenes, ¿ok? Y a escribir las frases, ¿cierto? Simplemente necesito que conjuguen bien need to, needs to, don't need to, or doesn't need to. Doesn't matter positive or negative. No me interesa si es positivo o negativo. Me interesa la conjugación. From 1 to 6. Tell me. Tell me. Dime.
¿Nos puede compartir la lámina anterior que estaba como todo el resumen?
Ah, ok. This one?
Un momento, aquí la estamos con pantallazo. Aquí, espérate. Ok, gracias.
Okay, perfect. Here we have, you can write. I'm going to help you with the number 1. Les voy a ayudar con el número 1. So, she used the lift. Okay. Could be, ella usa el ascensor. Estaríamos diciendo ahí, ¿no? Pero entonces ella necesita usar el ascensor. ¿Cómo quedaría eso? En positivo.
She needs.
Yes, very good. She
Needs to?
Needs to. Ese
to.
needs va con ese porque es tercera persona. ¿Se acuerdan? Que lo dijiste ahorita. Needs to. And negative, y si la quiero colocar en negativo, ella no necesita usar el ascensor. She don't or she doesn't?
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
Needs to.
Yes.
She doesn't.
She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to.
Por
Okay.
ser tercera persona, ¿sí?
Sí, exacto. Pero en la tercera persona en positivo solo va con ese. En positivo. En negativo, vea que en la parte superior dice doesn't need to. No va con ese el verbo. ¿Listo? Para que lo tengan presente. So you are going to complete those sentences and write the answers. The answers could be the answer in our chat. En este caso sí necesito que escriban las frases todos en el chat para dejar evidencia del trabajo. Número 3.
Okay.
What do you need to do now? ¿Qué necesitan hacer ahora? Write sentences using need or don't need to. 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. Aquí van a escribir 4 frases, ¿cierto? Que ustedes necesiten hacer utilizando need to or don't need to. Entonces, I need to eat my lunch or I don't need to eat my lunch. Positive or negative, no problem. ¿Ok? Questions?
¿En el tercero?
Sí, en el tercero.
Ok.
Entonces, ¿qué necesitas hacer ahora? Y vas a colocar expresiones con need to, necesito, o don't need to, no necesito. Puedes utilizar esos que están acá, pero no necesariamente tienen que ser esos. Las imágenes. ¿Ok? Questions? Well, about the time. Okay, about the time, we have 10 minutes. So don't forget, you have to write the answers in our chat because I need to check the evidences. Por favor, escriban sus respuestas en el chat porque necesito, finalizando la sesión, revisar las evidencias. Okay, so let's start. Iniciemos, por favor. Okay. Did you finish? Did you finish? Did you finish? Eduardo, Lady, Carolina, Marina, Nashby, Karen, Jennifer, Cindy, Gabriela, Darío. Did you finish?
Ya me falta un poquito, profe.
Okay, as quickly as possible, please. Because we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time. Okay, if you want, take a screenshot and I'm going to continue, right? Por favor, si quiere, tomen un pantallazo y continúo porque no nos queda mucho tiempo. Okay. So here we have unit 2.3, traveling, models of obligation. Here we have traveling. This lesson will help you to learn about the topic related to the week 8. You will learn about parks and camping, shopping stores, models of obligation. So what's the idea? Please, you have to study.
Profe, qué pena, nos comparte para tomar el pantallazo.
Okay.
Qué pena. Aquí ya le tomo.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Good. So don't forget that you have to study this vocabulary. Okay. Study by yourself. Study this vocabulary. Okay. And here we have the models of obligation. So no problem because we talk about must, have to, and need to, okay, during the class. So no problem. This is the exercise in this week, so it's very easy. Students, to finish, okay, to finish, here we have number 3. Next class, we have our oral presentation, okay? As I told you, I'm going to explain this part in Spanish, right? Como les había dicho, voy a explicar esta parte en español para que se lleven la idea clara que vamos a realizar. No se nos olvide, próxima semana tenemos nuestra presentación oral. ¿Cómo vamos a distribuir los tiempos? De una vez les indico. Los grupos del proyecto colaborativo A, B, C, D y E tendrán que presentar su proyecto de 7 de la mañana a 7:45, ¿correcto? Grupos F, G, H, I y J lo van a presentar el proyecto de 7:45 a 8:30. ¿Listo? Para que por favor tengan claro estos tiempos. Igual nuevamente el lunes, el martes, les envío el recorderis, pero ténganlo presente. ¿Ok? ¿Cuál es la idea del proyecto? Estamos ubicados aquí en nuestro proyecto colaborativo. Dos cosas importantes. No se les olvide que hasta el día de mañana, 4 de julio, tienen plazo de subir el documento. ¿Qué es el documento? Escribir los 3 párrafos que hicieron en el foro en un documento en Word y cargarlo en este espacio. Ya hay 4 grupos que lo han enviado. Por favor, los 6 grupos restantes, no se les olvide que deben cargarlo antes del día de mañana a las 23:59. ¿Correcto? Solo es el documento en Word con los 3 párrafos de la carta, de acuerdo a las correcciones que se hicieron. Si no hay correcciones, simplemente lo carga. ¿Listo? Esto que cargaron acá es una actividad. La próxima semana, la idea no es que descarguen la carta y se pongan a leerla en la sustentación. No. Traten de hacer por lo menos una presentación, traten de hacer alguna estructura diferente, ¿cierto? Algún material para que puedan compartir, algunas imágenes, bueno, algo creativo para que ustedes puedan sustentar. ¿Qué tienen que sustentar? Pues la carta, ¿cierto? La carta que van a cargar durante hoy o mañana más tardar, ¿correcto? Esa es la sustentación de hoy en 8 días. No se nos olvide también que estamos en la semana 2.3 de trabajo. Por favor, ir realizando las actividades. Esta semana envié unas alertas académicas a aquellos estudiantes que no habían comenzado su trabajo o que estaban atrasados en la unidad. La invitación, muchachos, es por favor ponerse al tanto, ¿ok? En cuanto a las unidades, esta semana debemos ya tener la unidad 2.3 lista. Recuerden estas indicaciones para que no tengamos ninguna situación, digamos, compleja finalizando nuestro curso. Entonces, no olviden, unidad 2.3, ¿listo? Finalizada. No olviden también el proyecto colaborativo en su fase 2, cargar el documento en Word, ¿ok? Con los 3 párrafos que trabajamos del proyecto en los foros, ¿listo? Y no olviden también ir trabajando los juegos. En el segundo módulo ya debemos haber trabajado los 4 primeros juegos, ¿listo? Esas son las actividades que tenemos pendientes. ¿Hay alguna pregunta respecto a esto? ¿Es clara la información?
Sí, señor.
Sí,
Ok.
profe.
Listo, entonces por favor, muchachos, este proyecto colaborativo es importante su entrega, entréguenlo a tiempo con su grupo de trabajo, no dejen pasar porque en correos no puedo recibir esto, por favor, para que lo tengan presente. Y no se les olvide, porque hay varios estudiantes que yo sé que de pronto por situaciones laborales no han finalizado esto, porque yo sé que son muy organizados, ponerse al tanto con sus unidades de trabajo. Y esto sería todo, ¿listo?
Muchas
Students,
gracias.
ok, era simplemente como algunos recorderis. Darío tiene una preguntita. Cuéntame, Darío.
Sí, pues es que nosotros le enviamos un correo, el grupo mío, le enviamos un correo porque pues hicimos la actividad anterior, pero la
Sí.
enviamos donde no es. Por ahí se le envió un correo al profesor, usted nos dijo que le recordáramos en clase.
Ah, listo, Darío. Permíteme entonces cierro la clase y se quedan un momentico y ya les indico cómo vamos a proceder frente a eso. ¿Listo?
Bueno, señor.
Okay. So, students, that's all. Bye bye.
Gracias, profe. Chao.
Okay, you're
See you.
welcome. Bye bye. Okay, take care. Bye bye.